So what I have here is the Spectre, the mask from Spectre from the opening action sequence. This was what James Bond was wearing, was this mask. And this is from Factory Entertainment. And I'm not really going to talk that much about this because I'm going to talk about something else. But the mask does have it was not cheap. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but there are a few things. First of all, these are supposedly made from, to be exact replicas. Uh, and I can look on there and there are differences. The other problem is it doesn't really sit on its, it may look fine here, but it doesn't sit on its stand perfectly. And so that's a little bit of a problem. In fact, I kind of scuffed up the chin a little bit in trying to get it to look correctly. So for the amount of money I paid, it's a little disappointing that it's not. So it's got some notches in there that these kind of glasses type thing fit in, and they don't fit properly. The other problem I would say is I'm sure the mask that James Bond wore was quite light. This is heavy. It's very heavy, and I guess it was made to be durable. I don't know why it needed to be that heavy to be durable. It feels like it could have been a lot lighter and still durable, but it is what it is. So that's Factory Entertainment. So the reason I wanted to kind of do a short video was because Factory Entertainment, they have other things. And when I think about James Bond, I think, oh, there must be so many movie props. This is not an original. These are made to be duplicate or made to be appear like the original. And they make like 500 or 1,000 or something like that. I think, oh, there must be so many movie props. But when I think about it, like go movie by movie, there really aren't that many. I also have the golden gun, which is really amazing. And I have the GoldenEye device, and so those two make sense, and they're all accurate to the physical dimensions. But here are some other ones, and this is not a complete list, but there are a couple new ones. So one of them is the Odd Job hat. So this is $500, and it is. Let's see, they're doing a very limited. Okay, 1,000 pieces. Original archive hat was hand measured in a 3D model. So that's a lot of money for a hat. And I don't plan on getting it. I just kind of like, yeah, it's cool, the Odd Job hat, but if it was sitting there on a shelf, I'm not even sure people would immediately even recognize that it's from Goldfinger and the Odd Job hat. It just kind of looked like a hat, and that is a damn expensive hat. I don't think they paid that much for the original hat. So this is another one. I love Moonraker, and this is the Moonraker gun, and yeah, it's $500. Again, I just not that interested in it. So I think these are really neat, and I applaud Factory Entertainment for doing these things. They just don't really appeal to me. Here's one, and this is much cheaper. This is only $80, and this is the only one that's scaled. This is the from You Only Live Twice. This would be the spaceship sent up by Blofeld to kind of consume other spaceships and capture them and take them back to Earth. So this is not a movie. This is, well, I mean, it might be the original size of the movie prop because the movie prop would have been a model. So I guess it could be. I guess maybe it is. 6.5 inches long. So that's another thing. This one's interesting. So this is only $130, and it's the seat, the ejector seat from Goldfinger. So it's just sits there, and I guess it makes a clicky sound. And so you can see it looks kind of like a shifter up there, gear shift. This is probably the only one I would consider, but I don't think I would consider it that much. Even as much of a James Bond fan as I am, having it sit there on a shelf, and I have to admit, I'm not even sure I don't regret getting this one. Even though I really loved, I thought The Mask was very iconic, and probably the most iconic thing from that movie. Um, I may regret it. I'm not sure. But anyway, these are, and there's more factory entertainment things. There are, for instance, let's see. Um, so there's the Day of the Dead cane, and which again I had no interest. I don't think too many James Bond fans would even recognize what it was. I didn't recognize it. There's a Spectre ring. There's various things, but definitely my favorite is the Golden Gun, and I did do a video on that, and then the Goldeneye device. But anyway, that's the James Bond, and Factory Entertainment does way more than James Bond. But that's the Factory Entertainment movie reproductions of James Bond.